This is the story of how we raised our own ducks. It was a warm summer day and our cowman was cutting pasture. As he was cutting the alfalfa, he accidentally killed 2 parent ducks. Knowing that a duck nest must be close by, he stopped his tractor and looked for the nest, and sure enough he found a decent-sized clutch of eggs. He decided to take them because he had an incubator at home. Having heard that my brother also had an incubator that he made himself, he gave us 8 of the eggs. It was around middle to late May when we got the duck eggs. After about 2 weeks or so of eagerly waiting, a couple of the eggs started to show signs of life. This surprised us because honestly we didn't expect him to hatch since the incubator was homemade and hadn't been tested up till now. The incubator was sort of a fly-by-night operation.
What?
On June 13, the first duck egg hatched and immediately showed signs of vigorous activity. 4 more hatched after that one. Unfortunately, 3 didn't make it, but considering we were able to save 5 out of 8 eggs, that's better than how many would have survived if they had just been abandoned out on the field. We kept the ducks in a cardboard box for the first couple of weeks since they were small and didn't require a whole lot of room. We occasionally took them outside to enjoy the fresh air. When they got older, we built a house of sorts with wood and fence wire to keep them in because they were too big to keep inside, and plus they started to stink, so we had to keep them outside from now on. We figured the confinement that we kept them in was too small, so they didn't have enough room to roam around, so my brothers took fence posts and wire and built them a nice big area in our backyard. We had the ducks for a good 3 months till it was time to release them. We couldn't keep them during the winter, and all things considered, they're still wild animals and they belong in the wild. We raised them as best as humanly possible and gave them the best chance of survival, so now it was time for them to fend for themselves. On August 11, we took them to Porridge and released them in Crescent Lake with the other mallard ducks in hopes that they would pair together with them and hopefully migrate with them. As we were scared, we took away their natural instinct, but I don't think so. We said our goodbyes and departed ways. A week later, we went back to see if we could spot our ducks, and in the distance, we were sure we could see them. There's little evidence to back up our theory, but we noticed that all the other ducks got scared.
I'm out of here.
And since our ducks were used to human contact, they didn't fly away. On top of that, one of our ducks was a runt, so it was smaller than the others, and we were sure we saw him with a group of 5 ducks we saw. It's a vague theory, but we convinced ourselves that it was them, and that's what we're going with.